Hello everyone, welcome back to the vlog. In today's video we intend to install a flower bed at the back fence in our garden. We both have the day off today, it's a Saturday, so we thought why not. So today we'll be taking a short trip to the garden centre to try and find some decent plants, hopefully perennial plants that will come back year on year, and then we'll go ahead and start digging out the flower bed, getting it all prepped and trying to position the plants. We're not really too good at gardening, we've never really done anything like this before, so it's probably going to be a bit messy at the start. We might even have to rearrange it after time when we see the plants grow into their full size, but we'll give it a go and see how it turns out. So I'll show you sort of where I'm talking about first of all. So the area where we want to install the flower bed will be basically all along that back fence that you see there, this back fence, all along there, and we'll probably keep it like 1 foot, 1.5 feet wide. And yeah, just try and plant some shrubs, flowers, bushes, small things in there, and just create a bit more depth and a bit more colour in the garden as well. As you can see, the grass is starting to come on a bit better, still a lot of weeds through it, but as I said before in another video, we'll sort that out at a later date. I'll do a little garden video on the grass as well.
Let me put my first flower in. It's heavy.
We're just here at the garden centre now, having a look around at all the different plants. But we don't really have a clue where to start, to be honest. We don't really know anything about what's good for flower beds, what's not meant to be in flower beds, what comes back every year. So we're maybe gonna have to go ask someone and get a bit of advice. Here's the boss coming now. She'll have some good ideas of what we need and what we want, I hope, because I don't have any idea.
I want one of each.
You want one of everything? Yeah. It's hard to know what to get because obviously we don't have a clue. We're not gardeners. It's very much.
It's hard to know whether something is going to be a nice bush by itself, whether it needs to be supported or what, you know, because then it could just flop in your garden.
Yeah, we'll have a look around and maybe get some help, maybe ask for some advice. We've managed to pick a few plants, but we're not really sure what we need for sort of height and depth and colour and whatever. So we're trying to look for something maybe like these, some small shrubs to plant at the front and then try and keep taller things at the back. As you can see, there's a lot to choose from here, and it is really difficult to know where to start when you don't have any idea about gardening, but we've decided to just go it alone here because most of the sort of staff are busy helping other people at the moment, so we're just going to try our best and see how it goes. There's a lot of fruit trees, there's a lot of different types of shrubs, bushes, flowers. You've got basically everything here, so there is a lot to pick from, and it is a really good garden centre to come to. But we're hopefully going to just get some flowers and some shrubs and bushes today and see how it goes. We'll have to come back again in the future because, as anyone will know who's done any gardening, flowers are very expensive. So we plan to spend no more than around £100 today. We'll see how that goes and we'll show you what we can manage to get for £100 and what that's going to look like planted in our garden as well. So this is what we've got so far in our trolley, and I think we're pretty much finished. It's hard to believe there's almost £100 worth of plants in this trolley, but we got some advice from one of the ladies here and she was really helpful. Told us how we need to plant them and what compost we need. Some of them need acidic compost, some of them are just regular compost. So
Very sad news. We found this really nice lily. There was only one of it, and it's really, really beautiful, and it comes back again next summer, but apparently it's toxic for meowers, so sadly I'm gonna have to leave it. Yep, thank you.
and which compost is it? Just because I've not back there.
So this is our final purchase here. We've had to ask for some advice just to make sure that we've got the right type of soil, and apparently the hydrangea has to grow in acidic soil, so we've purchased some acidic compost as well, which is on its way now. So this is the acidic soil.
So just going to quickly walk you through what tools we're going to need. Sorry for the noise in the background. The workmen are on site today, even though it's Saturday, getting the houses ready that are just behind us. But I'll just give you a quick look at what tools you're going to need to do this job. First of all, the garden edging tool, which is this little guy I got from B&M Bargains, I think, for like £7. You're going to need a shovel or a spade like this, and then I'm going to use this plank of wood to give me the straight edge as I go along, and then I'm going to use just the measuring tape obviously to get my distance out from the back wall and keep everything even. So it sounds simple in theory, but we'll see how easy it is in action.
I think these little guys are probably gonna be a problem for us and our beautiful flowers, but we'll have to see how we get on.
So this is the area that we're going to plant our new flowers and shrubs. Basically what I'm doing is just measuring to make sure that it's going to be a straight line out from this wall. So I'm going to keep it 59 centimeters out from the wall and bring it along in a straight line using this plank. So I'm just going to stand on the plank and use the edging tool to make a straight line the whole way along, and then use the spade obviously to dig out the grass layer and bring it all the way up to here to the back of the shed.
You might be wondering where we're going to put this. Well, we've got just the perfect place for it, which is our planter, because it needs quite a bit more soil. So yeah, perfect. Hard work, getting our tight.
So I'm just giving it a quick rake now to remove any of the stones and debris. There's quite a lot of stones here because it's right along the little perimeter slabs here, so there's a lot of concrete and stones. So I want to get as much of that out as possible and give it a good bed to grow in. So give it a quick rake now, and then we'll add some new topsoil and start to position our plants. So these are all the plants that we managed to buy. Some of them are actually from Lidl as well. There's a few extra ones in there that we didn't get in the garden centre, but there's quite a few to plant. Yeah, and then we've got a rose bush as well over here at the door, and what do you call that? Eucalyptus?
Eucalyptus, yeah.
The rose bush mum got us a while back.
This one, apparently all these red bits, it's flowers technically, so these are all gonna wither and fall off, and all that's gonna be left is just green like evergreen leaves. And then it'll flower again the following year. That's lavender here. This is English lavender, and then this is French lavender.
So we're ready now to start putting some plants in place and seeing what they look like. Rona's got her favourite one. I think this is called hydrangea, and it was £20. So we're just going to set them in the actual bed. So Ramona's working away there, getting the plants laid out in the order that we think we might want them, but we'll probably rearrange this about 20 times before we're finished. So basically so far all we've did was mark out, as you saw with the plank of wood and the tape measure, the distance that we wanted, which was around 60 centimeters, and then dug out all the top layer of grass, not down too deep. Then I just raked it to get rid of the stones and debris. And now we're just going to set the plants in place, and I think we're just going to put compost and topsoil around them after we plant them, because we don't want to have to dig out too much material. So I'll show you what it looks like whenever we're almost finished. So this is my little storage box where I keep all my compost and things. So we're just going to get a few bags of topsoil. So this is somewhere down here, if I can show you. This is the topsoil that we use here, sterilised topsoil. So it means it has no weeds. It's supposed to have no weeds, but probably has some, and obviously has very little stones through it. So we'll use some of that and some compost to get them potted. And sorry about the background noise. We have them basically laid out the way we want them now, so we'll get those potted, depotted and planted, and get a final look whenever it's all done.
Look at that, he just finds anywhere to go and explore. He's on the roof of the neighbour's shed.
This is the special acidic compost that we have to use for the hydrangea. It's an interesting fact that we were told today by the woman at the garden centre, that in order to get the hydrangea to turn from that sort of pink colour that you can see there to a more blue colour, it needs to have an acidic compost down near the roots. So that apparently helps it change colour to the sort of blue colour that we wanted. So interesting to see how that changes over time.
So far so good. It's really nice when you're in the garden centre and you see all the flowers and you can picture them in your garden, but when you go home and you see the amount of hard work in it, oh, you don't feel the same.
So we've just finished planting the flowers out in the arrangement that we chose. It's actually the first arrangement that we chose, and it looked really well, so we just didn't bother changing it. So the last part of the process now is just getting a bit of topsoil and filling in around the plants and just giving them a nice clean bed. There's one part that we forgot to buy. We forgot to buy the garden edging strip that goes along the part of the garden that we just cut out with the edging tool. Just helps to keep everything in a straight line and stop the grass from creeping into the bed. So we'll get that again at another point, and maybe get it from like Homebase or somewhere, and just add in some probably plastic edging, I would think. So yeah, so we're just going to fill in this bit now of putting the last bit of topsoil in, and then we'll show you the final outcome. So as you can see, we've finally finished, and this is the layout we went for. They're quite spread out at the moment, but a lot of these plants will obviously grow into bigger bushes and bigger shrubs, so we didn't want to put them too close together. So the last stage now for us is just to give them a good watering in and make sure that they get off to a good start, because obviously they've been taken out of their pot and just stuck into new soil, so need to give them plenty of water to start off. Yeah, that's it. Let us know what you think, guys, in the comments, and tell us what we did well and tell us what we did wrong, and tell us what you'd do differently. But don't forget to like and subscribe, and come back and see how it is in a few weeks' time.